Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you happen to be in the world and whatever time it happens to be. We're here today to take a look at one of the areas of the game that a lot of people kind of get a little bit off, a little bit wrong. And that is the trait that the level 2 Antelope has, specifically Diabolical. Now, all antelopes, no matter what level they are, have the trample trait, which means whenever they collide with a survivor, for whatever reason, they deal damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. So the level 1 will deal 1 to a random hit location, the 2 will deal 2, 3 will deal 3, and the level 4 will deal 4. That's fairly easy to understand. You sort of stay out the way of the antelope, you try and avoid it running you down. Collision, as a reminder, will knock you down. It's not a bash, it's a knockdown. And a monster colliding with a survivor will occur if it runs over it or if it ends on the same space as the survivor. The level 2 and the level 3 antelopes have the Diabolical trait. This is a permanent trait, a permanent feature, and you really want to understand properly how it works. So this is the 1.3 version. There is only one difference between the 1.3 and the 1.5 version, and that is that instead of full moving towards the target, it will full move through the target. So I'll go through and read this text out and just kind of explain it. So, at the end of the antelope's turn, this is after it's resolved its AI card in full, it will target a random survivor in the trample zone. Now the trample zone is just a name, okay? It's in bold because it means trample zone is like a term, a special term, and all it means, a trample zone, is effectively these corridors running out from the antelope as per the card listed. So the trample zone for this antelope is all the way along here and all the way down here. And as you can see, all of these survivors are in the trample zone in this example. So, then we have a flow step, which is happening. Flow step is where survival opportunities are allowed during the monster's turn, specifically dash and surge. You could dodge when at the times you're allowed. You can actually encourage at any time, but dash and surge are only allowed on these flow steps. So, we have it targeting in the trample zone, then a flow step where you can do a survival opportunity. Then we have a full move towards target, which is now full move through the target. That means the antelope will run until it reaches the target, knocks them over by colliding with them, deals its damage, and then will keep moving until it's used all of its movement. Or if there isn't a target, it will full move in the direction that it's facing already. So, just as a reminder, the level 2 antelope has a movement 8, as does the level 3 antelope. So it's quite a fast creature. I will take a quick consult, but I don't believe that the antelope is any faster in 1.5. Showdown Screaming Antelope. Nope, 6, 8 and 8. Yeah, so it's the same speed. Right. Now, what that means is as follows. So, we're at the end of the turn. Doesn't matter what AI card we resolved. For whatever reason, we'll say Alistair here was the target originally for the AI card. The antelopes ended up here. Now, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to check the trample zone. As established before, the trample zone are these corridors. So let's make this nice and easy for you to see. If we can actually paint. It's this one, isn't it? Yeah. There we are. So that is the first trample zone. That is the second trample zone. Okay? Infinite corridors along the entire length of the board, and as we can see, every single survivor is a potential target within trample zones. Okay, now we're going to run through what happens with each of them. So, first of all, we've got here Alistair. Alistair doesn't have any survival, so if the antelope happens to randomly target him by drawing a card out of the deck, and here it is. Okay, it's targeted Alistair. Oh dear, Alistair. Alistair's tough luck. He's where he is. The antelope's going to diabolical at him. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it gets to the edge of the board. So you know it does its full move. 8. Alistair is in the line in the path. It full moves through him. It hits him in a location for 2 damage. He gets knocked down. If he has like a shield or something, or fist and tooth and things, this effect might not be so bad. But anyway, that's like the static standard situation. If you get selected, you don't have any dash or anything like that, you get knocked down. Now, let's say the Antelope instead decides to target Lucy. Okay, well Lucy over here is already 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. Now let's say she does. She now has been targeted and we have the flow step which is happening just here. There it is. See? Right. Now she goes, hang on a minute, I'm going to dash. Right, Lucy just goes, I'm just going to run straight away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 there. Okay. At least there's no extra movement. The Antelope's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It ends up next to her, but it doesn't collide with her because it didn't have quite enough movement. Lucy smartly has dashed away. As you can see from the top here, she's just made it. Alright? That's because she started far enough away that it wouldn't get to her in the first place. Okay, now there we are. Let's go back, put the Antelope back. We'll just leave Lucy over here. She can watch for the rest of the situation. Now let's say instead it targets Urza. And poor Zachary here doesn't have any survival. Okay, so he's stuck. Right, Urza. Right, it's going to run ahead. Now, the way that a lot of people would do this, right, is they go, ooh, Urza dashes, and she dashes 1 to here. Okay, and then they go, oh, now the Antelope goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to here. Oh, sorry, Zachary, you're in the path. You get hit. Now, that's wrong. Okay. Yes, this here is the trample zone. Okay. But that's just the zone of targeting. The target is now here. So the monster controller would in fact go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, Urza gets trampled, but Zachary doesn't because he's not in the trample. He's not in the path, not within the pathing for it. He's within the trample zone, but the target is over here, and the monster controller can take a route that means that the Antelope does not knock him over. Another good example of this, let's show you right now, is instead Zachary gets targeted, okay? Now he is definitely within range, okay? He hasn't got a chance because he's only got 5 movement, he can only get like 7 spaces away. Let's say he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 to there, sorry. He hasn't got that much movement. Now, the Antelope, he's the target. Oh, but Urza's within the trample zone. The Antelope doesn't give a fuck about Urza. The Antelope is coming for Zachary. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Collides with Zachary. He takes the hit roll. He takes collision. Off he goes. Sorry, Zachary, you're gone now. Okay. So Zachary's managed to save Urza, but it's run at him, and that's the same thing. Like, you know, right now, look. Instead, it's targeted Alistair. Alistair does have his survival. He dashes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. People who are playing incorrectly would have the Antelope do this. Okay? And go, ooh, look, the Antelope's missed. Not the case at all. The Antelope goes, here is my target. I am moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, say 8 to here. Alistair has been run over. Okay? Right? That is how it works. Now, the situation the Antelope runs forward only occurs if it doesn't have any targets. So say we're in this situation, poor Zachary's just died. He's just been trampled to death. He's been bitten. Or even better, look, he's been kicked. He was there. Let's go get him. Here he is. The Antelope performs its great kick AI card. Boom. He's dead. He's killed by the kick. The Antelope then goes, diabolical time. Ah, there's no one within the trample zones to target, so I will full move in the direction I'm facing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That is the only situation the Antelope does this straight line charge. Yeah? It has to, absolutely has to, have no targets within its trample zone. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Okay? But the very moment that anybody is like this, unless they have enough movement to get away, the Antelope is going to run one of them down, guaranteed. All these 3, they're too close to the Antelope, they're going to get, one of them's going to get trampled. The only thing they can try and do, really, is just be smart, and if you're in a situation like this, and it was looking to run Alistair down, is these two could dash out the way. And Alistair actually at that range could dash up here and then it would still miss. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I hope that now you have better understanding how Diabolical works, because this is a big one. This is one that people often get wrong, and it's very easy to forget because it is kind of complex. Now you might feel this sort of, well, what am I supposed to do about counterplay versus Diabolical? Well, there is counterplay, okay? But the counterplay comes through masteries. Because, if we have a look here, you're no longer knocked down after a collision with a monster. You still suffer collisions, but you can use person with a shield to take less damage. They'll take the hit, but they won't get knocked down. Or likewise, you can use Fist and Tooth to stand up afterwards, and that limits the amount here. But the main way that you're going to handle the Antelope, oh, look, there's dead Zachary, is through your good friend, the Rawhide Headband. What you want to do is you're looking to try and get cards triggered like Chow Down or Stomp and Snort. Now these cards make the Antelope move in very predictable fashions. If Chow Down happens, you know where the Antelope is going to be. Okay, it's going to either be accumulating some Acanthus on its go, or it's going to just run forward in a straight line. Stomp and Snort, it's not going to move anywhere. So that is the counterplay to Diabolical. Not dashing and assuming that, well, oh, I'm here, I can dash, it's going to do this. No, it's going to do this. It's going to stamp on you and you're gone. Alright? So, don't be a Zachary, don't be an Urza, be smart, be a Lucy. Play this correctly. Okay, and thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!